Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, is one of the most famous rulers of ancient Egypt. He ruled for an impressive 67 years during the 19th dynasty of the New Kingdom period, from 1279 to 1213 BCE. Ramses was a prolific builder, military leader, and patron of the arts, and his reign was marked by a significant expansion of the Egyptian empire and numerous impressive architectural projects, including the construction of the temples of Abu Simbel and the Ramesseum. But Ramses was not alone in his rule. He was part of a larger dynasty of rulers, each of whom played a role in shaping the history and legacy of ancient Egypt. In this article, we will examine the dynastic succession of Ramses and his family, exploring the relationships and accomplishments of the rulers who came before and after him. Ramses II was born around 1303 BCE in the Nile Delta region of Egypt, and he was the son of Seti I, another important ruler of the 19th dynasty. Seti I was a military leader and builder in his own right, and during his reign, he oversaw the construction of the mortuary temple of Seti I at Abydos, which is one of the best preserved examples of ancient Egyptian architecture. Seti I was the son of Ramses I, who ruled for a brief period of just 2 years before his death. Ramses I was not particularly notable as a ruler, but he did manage to establish a new dynasty after the previous ruler, Horemheb, died without an heir. The dynasty of Ramses I and his successors was a continuation of the 18th dynasty, which had been established by Ahmose I at the end of the Second Intermediate Period. The 18th dynasty was marked by a significant expansion of the Egyptian empire and the reign of some of the most famous rulers in Egyptian history, including Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, and Akhenaten. The 19th dynasty began with the reign of Ramses I, but it was his grandson, Ramses II, who would become the most famous ruler of the dynasty and one of the most significant figures in Egyptian history. Ramses II was not the first choice to succeed his father, Seti I. Instead, the throne was initially intended for Seti's older brother, but he died before he could take the throne. Despite not being the first choice, Ramses II was a capable and ambitious ruler. He oversaw numerous military campaigns, including battles against the Hittites and the Nubians, and he established a significant building program that left a lasting legacy on Egypt. Some of his most famous constructions include the temple complex at Abu Simbel, the Ramesseum, and the mortuary temple at Luxor. Ramses II was married to several women during his reign, including his principal wife, Nefertari. Nefertari was an important figure in her own right, and she was celebrated for her beauty and intelligence. She played a significant role in the religious and cultural life of Egypt, and she was often depicted in art and inscriptions alongside her husband. Ramses II had numerous children, both sons and daughters, and many of them went on to play important roles in Egyptian history. His firstborn son, Amun-Her-Khepshef, was designated as the crown prince and was intended to succeed his father on the throne. However, he predeceased his father, and the throne eventually passed to Ramses' 13th son, Merinta. Merinta ruled for just over a decade, and his reign was marked by a significant military victory over the Libyans. He was succeeded by his son, Seti II, who ruled for a relatively short period of time, around 6 years. Seti II's reign was marked by political instability, and he faced challenges from rival factions within the royal court. After Seti II's death, the throne passed to a series of rulers who were not directly descended from Ramses II. These rulers, who are often referred to as the Ramesside kings, continued the dynasty established by Ramses I and his successors, but they did not have the same level of influence and power as Ramses II and his immediate descendants. Despite this, some of the Ramesside kings made significant contributions to Egyptian history. One of the most notable was Ramses III, who ruled during the 20th dynasty. Ramses III was a successful military leader who fought against foreign invaders, and he oversaw a significant building program that included the construction of the temple complex at Medinet Habu. Another notable Ramesside king was Ramses IX, who ruled during the 20th dynasty as well. Ramses IX was a builder and patron of the arts, and he oversaw the construction of several temples and monuments during his reign. Overall, the dynasty established by Ramses I and his successors was one of the most important in Egyptian history, and it played a significant role in shaping the culture and legacy of ancient Egypt. Ramses II, in particular, was a larger-than-life figure who left a lasting impact on the country through his military conquests, building projects, and cultural contributions. And while the rulers who came after him may not have had the same level of influence, they continued the dynasty and preserved the legacy of Ramses and his family for future generations.